Namaste. Welcome to an energizing morning flow. You won't need any props, so when you're ready, come to your mat into a child's pose. In your child's pose, you're going to bring your knees as wide as your mat and your feet touching behind you, so bring the feet together. Sit your hips all the way to the heels and extend your arms forward. Relax your elbows and your forehead down. Even if your hips don't reach the heels, it's okay, but try to lengthen your spine by sending the hips back and down and your heart down towards the floor. Relax your forehead to the mat. And let's start with a deep breath in through your nose. And sigh it out through your mouth. Once again, inhale. And let it go. Child's pose is always available to you all throughout the class. If you need a break, or if you don't feel so good, you can always come back here as many times as needed. As you're here, establish your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. As you inhale, try to feel the belly rise and expand so that you're using more of your diaphragm to support your breath. And as you exhale, it should feel like you're drawing your navel in and your rib cage in. Inhale, feel the belly rise and expand. And exhale, draw the navel in. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Notice how your breath is more in the lower portion of your torso and less in your upper chest and shoulders. So feel the movement more in the belly, lower back, and even in your waist. And try to lessen the movement in the chest and shoulders. Take one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Very slowly, you're going to lift up to tabletop. And as you come to tabletop, bring your knees a bit closer together and separate your feet this time. So the feet and knees are about the same distance as your hips. And here, I want you to lean forward towards your hands a little bit. And as you exhale, sit back to the heels. So we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lean your torso forward. Allow your shoulders to kind of move past your wrists. And then exhale, sit back on your heels. 1 more time. Inhale, send your hips forward, shoulders forward, tabletop. And then exhale, send your hips back to the heels. Now inhale, lift up the tabletop once again. And we're gonna do your cat and cow stretch, but slightly different. So turn your hands around. And if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can opt out of this and just do your normal cat and cow with your hands still facing to the front. And then from here, inhale, let the belly drop, chest forward, squeeze your shoulder blades and try to lift your throat and chin up. And then as you exhale, tilt your tailbone down, round your upper back, push into the hands and bring your chin to the chest. 2 more just like that. Inhale, belly down, tailbone up, pull the shoulders back and lift your chest up. And then exhale, round your back, chin to chest, push away from the floor. 1 last. Inhale, cow stretch, look up. And exhale, cat stretch, round your back, chin to chest. Now inhale, come back to neutral once again. Release your hands. If you need to shake out your hands a little bit, go ahead and do that 1 at a time. And when you're ready, you're gonna tuck your toes under, bring your feet together once again and your knees apart, just like in child's earlier, except the toes are tucked, and then sit back to the heels. As you push your weight into the heels, we're gonna keep our hands on the ground, but 1 at a time, we'll stretch our wrists. So from here, flip your right hand down, so the back of the hand is on the mat, and just kind of gently press it down into the floor. So only go to your limit. If you feel that this is too much for you, you can lessen the stretch, lessen the intensity by not pushing your hand too far into the mat. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale. From here, we're gonna switch sides. So release your right hand and flip the other hand. Press the back of the left hand down and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Begin to release your left hand and then crawl the hands forward. Come all the way down onto the belly and extend your arms forward as well. So the arms kind of stretch over the head with your forehead or chin on the ground. Legs straight behind you. Relax here for a moment. Shoulders pull back. So we're going to warm up our back and our shoulders. So when you're ready, as you inhale, lift your arms up, head up, chest up, and legs up. So really reach your hands up high. Imagine the arms trying to go in line with your ears, but don't bring your chin any higher than your arms. So keep your chin neutral, your feet pointed back. Then as you exhale, can you bend your elbows as if you're trying to pull something back and you want to bring your elbows towards your back. From there, you're going to reach your hands forward again and exhale, release to the floor. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift your arms up, head up, chest up, and legs up. Point your toes, reach your hands up higher. And then exhale, bend the elbows. Feel like you're trying to pull something really heavy towards your back. And then exhale, release and extend your arms forward and lower to the floor. 1 more time, just like that. Inhale, lift your arms, legs, head and chest up. Exhale, bend at the elbows, pull the elbows back. Inhale, extend your arms forward once again, and then exhale, release to the floor. Then you're gonna slide your hands back towards your chest, curl the toes under, sit back to the heels first, and remember the length that you're creating in your spine right now. We're gonna keep that length as we lift up to down dog, so push into the feet and hands and lift your hips up and back. From here, in your down dog, spread your fingers wide, your palms are flat. Let your head just drop in between your arms so that the neck can kind of relax a little bit. And from here, you're gonna lift your heels up high, maybe bring your feet closer together, legs closer together. And then exhale, kind of pivot your feet towards the left, so the toes turn to the left, your heels to the right now, okay? Then from here, you're gonna bend your knees and then push your feet flat into the ground as you bend your knees, as if you're trying to send your hips to the heels. Take 1 more breath, inhale and exhale. Then inhale, come back to center, your heels lift up, the hips lift up again, and then exhale, pivot your feet to the right. So now the toes point to the right corner of your mat while your heels point to the left, and then push your feet into the ground, bend your knees, and send your hips back a little bit. And then inhale, lift your heels up again. And then exhale, find your usual down dog, whether the heels are lifted or the heels are pressing into the ground. Your knees can also be bent. So for those at home who have really tight hamstrings, it may be best to bend your knees instead so that the spine can still be long. You can still tilt your tailbone up like you're trying to do a cow stretch, and you'll still feel the stretch on the hamstrings. Take 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale. Now from here, inhale, step your right foot forward to the right thumb very gently. Make sure your foot is by your hands. This way, it's easier for you to come into a lunge position without adjusting too much. So from the start, already move your foot as close to the fingers as possible. Then you're gently gonna lower the left knee down, but make sure you don't bring your knee down too close to the right foot. Slide it back a few inches. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way back and around as you lift your arms up over your head. Feel that nice extension in the upper body. And then from here, hold on to opposite elbows over your head. You don't have to hold on to the elbows only. Maybe you can't reach the elbows, so you can just hold on to the forearms or wrists. That's also fine. Now inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale. Try to send your hips forward as you draw your upper chest back and draw the arms back as well. Don't drop your head back though. Keep your head supported by the neck. Drop the shoulders, draw the belly in, and feel the stretch on the top of the left thigh. Push into that right heel. 1 more breath, inhale. And then exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Tuck your left foot, lift the knee up and step back to down dog. Hang out here in down dog for a little bit. Lift your hips up, push your chest back to the knees. Relax your head and neck. And take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Now let's do the other side. So just step the left foot forward gently to the left thumb. Again, you want your foot already in line with the hand so it's easier for you to come into a proper lunge. When you have that, drop the right knee down gently and then inhale. Sweep your arms back as you lift your torso and reach your arms up. And then exhale, hold on to opposite elbows or forearms or wrists, and then lean back as you lift the heart up, shoulders relax, and gaze up slightly. Stay low in this lunge. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Gently release your hands down. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up, and step back to downward dog. Lift those hips up as you relax your head down. Take another breath. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to inhale, walk the feet forward all the way to your hands. It's okay if it doesn't make it all the way there, just as far as the feet can go, and then you can adjust your hands so you can fold to the legs. Relax your head down, bend your knees here a little bit so you feel a deeper stretch in the back of your legs and it doesn't hurt your back too much. Take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Now from here, inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. And then you're gonna drop your right hand to the floor, bend your knees as much as needed. If you have a block, that would be really helpful. Or if you have a water bottle nearby, you can use that to support your right hand. Now, if you look at your hand and your feet, they should create a triangle. So your right hand should be in line with the big toes. From there, inhale, lengthen your spine. You're gonna bend your right knee, but keep your left leg straight. And then open your chest to the left side, reach your left hand up to the sky. If reaching the left arm up doesn't feel nice for your shoulder or chest, you can take your left hand to the lower back instead and roll the shoulder back. That will feel a lot better. Breathe in, feel your weight transfer to the toes and hand. Breathe out. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Start to fold forward and release the pose. Let's do the other side. So now the left hand will rest on the floor or on any sort of prop you have. Bend your left knee as the right leg stays straight, and then reach your right hand up. Take your right hand to the lower back if that feels better for you, or you can keep your right arm extended as well. Stay there. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release your hand down, bow your head down. If you have a prop, move it to the side. And then inhale, just roll your spine up with the head coming up last. Rise up to stand, arms up over your head. And then exhale, take your hands to your heart. Take a moment here to maybe set an intention for the day. So you can ask yourself why you chose to show up on your mat this morning, why you need this practice today, or how can this practice support you for this day. Whatever your answer is to that question, use that as a way to ground you here, to give you a sense of purpose for being here on your mat. And take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes if you close them, and then inhale, sweep your arms up over your head, gaze up to the hands, and then exhale, bow down, bend your knees as you fold over your legs, relax your head. Inhale, come up halfway, so rest your hands either on the mat or on your shins. Don't rest it on your knees. Soften your knees here a little bit as you lengthen the spine and arms. And as you exhale, bow your head down, relax the face, and then step back to your downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, inhale, roll your spine forward to a plank pose, shift forward, shoulders stacked above your hands are flat and as wide as your shoulders. Keep your legs straight and make sure that your pelvis is no lower than your chest or shoulders, so lift the hips up a little higher From there, take a breath in, lean forward onto your tippy toes, and then exhale, drop your knees down, bend your elbows, and lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest up to a cobra, and then exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Drop your head and stay there. Inhale, and exhale. Now from here, bring your feet and legs together. Inhale, kick your right leg up and back to a three-legged down dog, flexing your right foot, keeping the pelvis squared, meaning the pelvis is still facing down. It doesn't tilt to the side. Take one more breath. Inhale, arms are straight and strong. Exhale, knee to chest, hug it in, roll forward, and then step your right foot forward quietly to the right thumb once again. Again, you want your foot and hands to be somewhat in line already. Keep your back heel lifted and your back knee lifted off the floor. We're gonna find a high lunge, rise up to stand, arms up over your head. Now in your high lunge, in order for you to feel more stable here, make sure that your feet are not in line with one another. So you can step your right foot further out to the side just a little bit. Make sure your knee is in line with your hip as well. And then from here, you're gonna grab your left wrist or left forearm with your right hand. Inhale, try to stretch your arm up higher. And then exhale, very gently lean to the right, getting a side stretch here on the left side. Sink your hips deeper. At the same time, lean back a little bit and keep lifting your chest up to the ceiling. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, shoulders relax. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step back to your plank pose. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, chaturanga, full maybe if you're able to, or you can drop your knees. And then inhale to your upward facing dog, or just stay in cobra if that is what you prefer. And then exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Drop your head as you gaze at your feet. Take 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, bring your feet together, legs together again, and kick your left leg up and back. Flex your left foot, reach the heel up high. Take 1 more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, knee to your chest, shift forward, and then step your foot all the way to your hands. Remember to keep your feet apart. Don't bring your feet in line with one another. And then inhale, rise up to a high lunge. Sweep your arms over your head here. Bend deeper in your front knee, but keep your weight centered. So make sure that your left knee is not bearing too much weight. From here, you're gonna grab your right wrist or right forearm and then inhale, gently stretch up higher. Exhale, lean to your left side as you lean back at the same time and keep your chest lifted. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, release your hands to the floor, and then again, step it back to high plank position. Shoulders are stacked over your wrists, your crown of the head is reaching forward, and the legs are strong and engaged. Inhale, shift forward slightly. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, lift up to your back bend, either cobra or upward dog. Keep your shoulders down away from the ears. And then exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 1 more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower your knees to the floor very gently and find your child's pose. Relax your body now and observe all the changes you feel within you. And before we close this practice, just recall the intention you just set. When you're ready, stay here as long as you want, or come up, sit up tall, and bring your hands together to prayer position. Thank you so much for joining me here today in this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care and stay safe. Thank you. If you enjoyed that class, feel free to join me in my online yoga classes. You can check out Body Love Yoga Studio on Facebook and Instagram for our schedule and our rates, and I hope to see you in class soon.